What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having an amazing week so far. As always, if you would like, you can follow me on Instagram at DreamRare. That's at DreamRare on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter at Legendary Energy. You could keep following me on Facebook. This is my page. Like it if you don't already. Check out my website, legendary.vision. That has all my stuff. And I'm going to stall for about 5-10 more seconds for people to get into the live stream. And two major breaking stories came in the Las Vegas shooting incident this week, and I think it's something that should continue to be reported on because, as everyone knows, this is the biggest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Lots of people died, hundreds of people wounded, and there's still no anything really. There's no motive, there's no evidence. I actually got a message this week from multiple people, but one of them said, hey, lay off Jesus Campos. That's actually my friend, and you're doing a little too much. So if that's the case, I never got a message back, but much love and respect to Jesus Campos and friends and family and whatnot. I'm simply just reporting what's out there and speculating a little bit. I have the right to do so. But another very interesting thing has happened now. All of a sudden, I don't know how many weeks it's been since the shooting. I would say over 3 weeks now, and there's a bombshell story today. Two bombshells, but I'm going to start with the first one. It's Las Vegas shooter's laptop hard drive was missing, and I'm going to reference in this live stream a mainstream ABC article and a mainstream Daily Mail article. So according to officials and investigators in this investigation, the hard drive from his computer was completely missing, and they think that he removed it before committing suicide, but they're not quite sure where it is. That's what they say, though. He did it before he killed himself. And something that I find interesting about this is that it took 3.5 weeks for the mainstream media and the authorities to tell people that the hard drive was missing. That's just a fact. It's been 3 weeks, and we've heard we don't have a motive, we don't really know what's going on, this and that. Oh, this happened, no, that happened, wait, it happened on this day, it happened on this day. There's been a lot of minor story changes. Of course, the witness, Jesus Campos, left the press conference, went away for 4 or 5 days, went on Ellen, and while I have much love and respect for him, you have to understand when it's the biggest mass shooting in modern history and the main witness of it disappears for 3 or 4 days, people are going to be skeptical and suspicious. And I do understand to witness an event like that and have no part in it. It's a very, very hard thing to do. So once again, much blessings and respect to Jesus Campos. Got caught in a whirlwind of madness, but today I can't help but be suspicious about the fact that the hard drive was completely missing, and we're just finding out about it 3 weeks after it happens. And on the same exact day, the brother of the Las Vegas shooter, whose name was Bruce Paddock, the Las Vegas shooter was Stephen Paddock and the brother was Bruce Paddock, was arrested today on child pornography accounts, multiple. The reports say he had between 500 and 600 accounts of child pornography, and some of the kids were between the ages of 10 and 12. And that's, pretty gross and disgusting. His brother has a long history of crimes. The father was on the FBI's most wanted list for being a bank robber and doing multiple schemes, fake churches, and money laundering. But here is one of the most interesting things I found. It's in the Daily Mail article. Once again, I personally don't have to get mad and hate on me. I'm not an investigator. I'm not an investigative journalist. I don't pry for things. That's not my job. I'm a news analyst. I literally analyze the news. But there's one sentence in the Daily Mail that is a completely new revelation that's a couple paragraphs down that nobody has said before, but is the beginning of what I would think is some sort of a lead or motive in a case where there's no motive. 3 weeks later, we're just finding out, just his hard drive was missing. We just forgot to tell you that 3 weeks ago. Or, maybe they didn't want to break it to the public. I'm not getting involved. That's not my job. But here is a sentence from the Daily Mail article, and the title of this article is Las Vegas shooter's laptop was missing its hard drive. I'm going to scroll down real quick. Give me 1 second, because okay, here it is. This sentence right here, never heard before. It says, FBI agents were still able to obtain some documents off his computer, including articles advocating for pedophiles' rights, according to documents released this week. This is in the Daily Mail article. This is not speculation. This is not me making up a conspiracy. This is a mainstream news outlet saying FBI agents were still able to obtain some documents off his computer, including articles advocating for pedophile rights, according to documents released this week. And to that I have to say, what documents released this week? Because no other news source has reported on that. Nobody knows about these documents that were released. And the day that this information is released about Stephen Paddock, his brother gets arrested for essentially the same thing. So apparently, Stephen Paddock, according to this Daily Mail article, had some documents on articles advocating for pedophile rights, and his brother, Bruce Paddock, just got arrested for similar things today. So, I mean, there's something deeper going on here, as I've said to everybody, because nobody just mows down a bunch of people, leaves a room full of 20 plus guns, and has no motive, and there's no lead, and nothing's going on, and 3 weeks later we learned that the hard drive was missing. So once again, I'm going to be patient as this investigation unfurls. I'm not the investigator. I don't want to be the investigator. I don't want to impede on the investigation. However, I am going to continue to do my job to analyze the news, because I think in respects to the families and into Las Vegas and to America, in which we don't want to normalize a terror attack of this ranks and just like sweep it under the rug like, oh, it just happened and we don't know why, and now there's new information coming out. So today, three major bombshells. One, Las Vegas shooter's hard drive was missing. Just found that out. They think that he removed it before suicide. Two, his brother was arrested for child pornography today. And three, according to this Daily Mail article, today there were documents released that say that Stephen Paddock was advocating for pedophile rights. So possibly there's a motive there of some sort. If that's on his computer, his brother's getting arrested, there seems to be a bigger scheme going on here. And I just hope and I pray that it is uncovered truthfully so that we can prevent these type of attacks and, make people like myself and people in Las Vegas and people all over America feel safe to know that, if a major attack happens like this, that we're not going to be left with no answers to just sweep it under the rug. So that's my analysis of the double news today on the Las Vegas shooter and his brother. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please be as respectful as possible, but I really do hope that this investigation doesn't get swept under the rug and just ignored by America, because it's a huge, huge deal. Thank you so much. If you'd like to donate to my news analysis, I'll put the links below. I'll be back later for some more videos. Thank you.